Good afternoon and welcome to WCU's Nutrition. I'm Aislinn Short and today we're going to be making Mediterranean pasta. Now whenever you handle food, you always want to make sure that you wash your hands. Now first, we're going to start off by getting a pot of water. You don't want to fill it up too much because then the water will spill out of the pot. So you want to leave a little room at the top. Okay. And then we're going to set it on a burner. And then we're going to set it to high to boil. Now you want to make sure that you hit the right nozzle with the correct burner, because if you use the wrong nozzle you could start a kitchen fire. And then we're just going to let that boil, and whenever it's boiling you know that bubbles will rise up to the surface. Now that our water's boiling, we're going to put our pasta in. You want to look for the whole grain pasta because it has more fiber in it. This one has about 8 grams of fiber, so we want to go for this one. So just going to put pasta in. And then you're going to cook for the time that it says on the box, which this one says about 8 to 10 minutes. We're not going to start the timer though until it starts to boil up again. So now it's come back to a boil. So now we're going to set the timer. So I hit the timer on and go to 8 minutes for al dente. And then I'm going to hit start. All right. So now it's time for us to strain our pasta. So we're going to take it over to our strainer, which is in the sink. And just slowly pour the water in. After you strain it, be sure that you rinse it off with some cold water. Now that we've strained our pasta, we're going to move on to taking 2 tablespoons of olive oil in the same pot that we used to make our pasta. Okay. And we're going to take 1 diced up garlic clove. And just mix it up like this so that the olive oil gets all over the garlic. All right. Now we're going to take our mushrooms and we're going to rinse them. And we're using a whole package of mushrooms, but you can use as many mushrooms as you want. Just going to put them in there. And then we're going to take our spinach. Stir this up a little bit first. Now thankfully, whenever you buy spinach prepackaged like this, it's usually already washed, so you don't have to worry about re-washing it. Just put your spinach in there. The great thing about spinach is that it's full of vitamins A, which is great for growth and development, and vitamin K, which helps in blood clotting, preventing unnecessary bleeding. And once you have that pretty well mixed up, we're going to take 1 can of diced tomatoes, pour that in there. And then mix it up again. And once it's well incorporated with each other, I'm going to put a lid on it and let it cook up and make it look a little bit more like a sauce. It's just about done, so we're just going to stir it up a little bit. We're going to add our pasta. mix it up. And we're just going to let that sit for a few minutes so that some flavor gets into the pasta. This looks about done. Let's take a look. Now we're just going to sprinkle some Parmesan cheese on top. And we have our Mediterranean pasta. Be sure to follow us on our Facebook page at WCU Nutrition Services, and we'll see you next time on WCU's Nutrition.